Hello everyone, GameDog here, and welcome back to Damble Updates. Today we have Stick Ranger 2 version 8.3, and today's update is kind of a big one. I'm gonna be honest, between this update and the update for last week, I'm starting to get the feeling that this game is going to become a lot different than Stick Ranger Classic. Well, okay, so what the devs add this time around is this little bar down here. It's kind of obvious to tell how it's working just by looking at, oh, okay. It's kind of obvious to tell how it works just by looking at it, but basically, whenever you hit an enemy, okay, you probably need some help. Whenever you hit an enemy, the little bar resets, and when you kill an enemy, the CB goes up, which I'm assuming stands for combo boost. And when you get over 10 kills, and then 20 kills, and then 30 kills, this number here goes up by 0.1. And I'm not sure if the bar falls faster depending on like, ooh, there we go. Depending on how high the meter is at the current moment. I know that is a mechanic in some games that have mechanics like this. But okay, so you might be wondering now why this bar exists. Well, the reason why is because let me get into a spot where that bar can run out for a second. There we go. Okay, watch our gold meter. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Enemies keep spawning. Hold on. Did you see that? We gained some gold there. And I think that multiplier increases the amount of gold you actually get. Now, the reason why I feel like this is a change that might change, the basic mechanics of this game is because, well, okay, so last week the devs added a feature that was designed to give you more gold if you did well by clearing an entire level. Oh, and the combo actually persists between stages too, so you can potentially like run through a whole play area, or like run through a whole stretch of levels and see how far you and how high you can get this bar before it runs out. And it doesn't matter how big or small the enemy is. Every enemy adds 1 to this meter. So I would recommend if you want to try and build this combo up to do it in areas with a lot of cramped enemies. Regardless though. So like, what does last update in this, or last week's update in this update have in common? Well, there are little mechanics to the game that increase the amount of gold you get depending on how well you do on a level. Last week you got bonus gold for actually completing... Ooh, there we go. Last week you got bonus gold for killing every enemy in a stage. And this week there's now suddenly a mechanic that gives you, more gold if you can kill a whole string of enemies. This is starting to make me wonder if this game is going to be a more, if this game is going to start to become way more gold rushy than the previous game. I mean, obviously there are ways to get tons of gold and like money grind in Stick Ranger 1, but this here I believe is starting to become like, dare I say it, I think grinding for money is starting to become kind of a core mechanic of this game. Because it seems like it's more than just something you can do. It seems like it's something that the game actually wants you to go out of your way to try and like perform as best as you can on these levels because you can get more gold. And well, getting more gold means you can upgrade your weapons, which means you can potentially get that combo going even higher. And like you kind of get what I'm saying here. Like this game is going to be less about flat progression and more about, doing as best as you can on certain levels and reaping rewards for that. Like that'll be the fun of the game, basically. I'm kind of just spitballing ideas now, as I usually do when this game adds like crazy mechanics like this, but that kind of feels like the direction the game is going now that we've had 2 updates that add mechanics like this. So yeah, I'm suddenly way more invested to see how crazy these kinds of like money gaining mechanics can get. So yeah, I think I'll see you folks next week. Thanks for watching.